Merhaba arkadaşlar, kanalın yeni bölümüne hoş geldiniz. Bu sefer hepsinden farklı olarak stüdyodayız. Ve yanımda en yakın yabancı arkadaşım Mo var. Bugün değişik bir şey yapacağız. Türk ünlülerini, daha önce Mo hiçbir Türk ünlüyü görmedi. Hiçbirini tanımıyor. Türk ünlü kadınlarımızı Mo'ya gösterip 1 ile 10 arası puanlamasını isteyeceğim. 10 tane ünlümüz var. Aralarından en güzelini seçmeye çalışacağız. Bunda ben de oylamada Mo'ya yardımcı olacağım. Ve değişik bir video olacağını düşünüyorum. Önce Mo'yu tanıyalım. Bro, so welcome.
Oh, thank you, brother. Just trying to figure out what's going
Yeah,
on,
who are you?
My name is Mo. I'm from St. Kitts and Nevis, and I've been living in Turkey for past 3 years.
What are you doing? What's your hobbies?
Just working out, doing my thing, brother, this and that. You know how it is.
Boring life, yeah?
Not really, not really. I wouldn't call it boring, but it's what it is. They don't have to know that, but yeah.
Mo çok alışılagelmiş bir hayat tarzı yok aslında bize. Mesela Dubai'deki evinin içinde 3 tane çitası var. Bu tarz bir hayat seven bir arkadaşım.
Clearly, that's not
Eee,
boring.
Ve bunları aynı evin içerisinde yatakta falan yatıyor. Talk about your cheetahs.
Yeah, I got them below Lara Stefania, Amfan, and one of them names is Alex.
Alex.
And yep. They're currently living now in Ajman, and I love them to death. I've raised them since they were babies, and that's what it is.
Okay. Şimdi dediğim gibi ünlülerimiz gelecek sırayla ve her ünlünün 2 fotoğrafı olacak. O 2 fotoğrafın sonunda biz onları oylayacağız ve en fazla puanı hangisi alacak göreceğiz.
Ha.
Hazırsak ilk ünlümüz gelsin. İlk ünlümüz geldi. Her name is Afra.
Boy.
Afra Saraçoğlu.
Okay.
She's actor.
Okay.
And I saw her photos today first time also.
You don't know this girl?
No, I know.
How come that woman lives in your country and you don't know that woman? Come on, bro.
I know that woman, but I don't check her Instagram before.
I clearly need to find out her Instagram, but
But
boy.
this little bit difficult name for you, Afra Saraçoğlu. I think you don't find
I can just
her.
call her Afro. And it's not like I'm gonna go on a date with her.
What do you think about her?
Gorgeous woman. I suppose like
What do you see in?
I just see that background of the picture is a little bit unnecessary. Nobody goes to that background with that close, but still.
No, what you see in her face or something? That's what's meaning for you? You know?
Dog, man, I really don't have that nice things to say, but god damn woman, that is a fine lady. She can name like one of her movies or something, bro.
Yeah, we can watching after that recording.
She not in good, alright?
Yeah, no.
Alright, God.
Okay, ikinci fotoğrafımız gelsin Afra'dan. Her second photo
Okay.
will come in.
Well, I don't see nothing. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go on. Let me see that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's better one.
Okay, that's still God. She Turkish though?
Yeah,
Okay. Good for you. She's not married, I hope.
I don't know.
Good.
I think she has a relationship.
Good for that guy.
Yeah.
Seriously. I just
Right now, all Turkish celebs today we looking, they are 10. But
that's an 11, my friend. It's not a 10.
but you don't say, yeah, you don't judge them for the regular people.
Yeah, I always say words cannot describe you, but numbers can.
Okay. What's your point?
I don't know. Are we going like from worst to good or
No,
like
No,
just random?
mix.
Right?
Everyone is good.
But my man, I'm just gonna go with 10. But if I see a better one, I'm gonna come back and correct my point.
Okay.
I can't just give out
You
10.
start with the 10.
Obviously, that's a 10.
Okay, I start with the 7.
Nigga, that's your 7?
Yeah, no.
That's not 7. Come on, that's just rude. You know what I mean? That's just straight up rude, bro.
That's not my 7. That's the 7 of the another celebs.
Oh, you know them all.
Yeah, I choose photos.
Who are the rest of them girls that this is a 7?
Yeah, we will see, you know.
Come on.
Okay. Şimdi ilk önce Afra'yı yorumladık gördüğünüz gibi. Mo net bir şekilde 10 verdi Afra'ya. Ben normal insanlara göre değil ama diğer ünlülerimize göre Afra'yı 7 vermeyi tercih ettim. Burada beni yuvalayabilirsiniz.
Come on, let me see.
Şimdi ikinci ünlümüze geçelim o zaman.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Nah, not really. That's a fine dress, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want to say nothing wrong in that. She's a beautiful woman, but that's nowhere close to Afra. Afra is a G. Afra got
Not
this.
your type.
Afra it is. Just fell in love with that woman on first sight.
Beğenmedi. Bensu'yu çok beğenemedi. Kaba olmamak için ona
But
kötü
who
şeyler... She's also actor.
Okay.
But I think... Okay, I will...
Are you? How much? What number are you going to give this?
We
lady?
will see.
Okay.
After second photo.
Maybe let's see the different
Okay,
picture.
ikinci fotoğrafı alalım direkt.
That's not really a good picture. You're just giving out peace signs.
Yeah, she's peaceful, you know?
That's what it is. Okay, now the story has changed.
Yeah.
Nah, dog, that Afro woman is just something. Just did some magic on me.
You can open the Afra fan page.
No, not that much. But still, you know.
Okay, what's your point to Bensu? Her name is Bensu Soral.
I cannot pronounce that, dog. Ben, I can say Bensu.
Bensu Soral.
That's like get it fast.
No.
Always get it, right?
Soral like asking and then...
For fuck's sake, come on, man.
Asking and take it.
Yeah, now I think you should have given this.
Okay,
this-
give your point.
Dog, that's.
You
I-
give 10 to Afra.
I don't want to sound rude, you know what I mean? But that's a 7.
7?
That's a 7. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
agree. I agree. bro.
Arkamızda sevgili Umut da düşük bir oy
Compared
verdi.
to Afra, that is a 7.
Ama ben Bensu'ya 8 veriyorum.
I just wonder why did you give her 6 and give the other one 7?
Because I like her face.
Would you see in her face that you don't see in the other girl's face?
She
I mean, she had like all nice makeup going on with that fine
No,
dress.
no,
Come
not
on,
about the
dog.
makeup or I also like the makeup or surgery doesn't care.
No,
I
this
just
one.
see the results, you know.
Alright.
But that,
How did you give this woman 6?
I think that's about the kimya,
Okay.
chemistry.
Alright.
She's more close to me.
I feel you, boy. I feel you, dog.
Ben burada bir açıklık getirmek istiyorum arkadaşlar. Afra'ya 7 veren
Yeah.
Kaan kardeşim, Bensu'ya 8 ver.
Yeah. How the fuck is that possible? This is my question.
Yani bu TFF mi atadı bu hakemi? Nasıl
Ya
bir
bilmiyorum
karar?
ama
That's just
benim
rude, ya.
benimle aynı düşüncede olanlar yorumlara yazsın ya da Afra'yı daha çok beğeniyoruz diyenler bana yazıklar olsun yazabilir yorumlarda. Okay, you give 7
I give 7.
and I give 8.
But I'm
Bensu'yu-
gonna correct this.
Yeah.
If I see someone which is like a 7,
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back and this.
No, we don't come back every time.
But I remember their names. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
That lady. That,
Bensu'yu 15'li o zaman uğurluyoruz 15 puanla
Evet.
ve 3. ünlümüz gelsin.
Are you ready?
yeah, go on.
It's my favorite.
Let me see your favorite. Clearly, brother, you and I have a lot in common. Fuck you.
Her name is Burcu Esmersoy. She is more than 40.
Nah, you fucking with me. That is not 40
No,
year old.
more than 40.
Fuck off. That is not 40 year old.
She's more than 40, I promised you.
I'm Wikipedia. Google this lady.
More than 40.
Nah.
We
Nah,
deal-
boy,
deal
you fucking with
we
me.
deal with $1,000.
You're sounding too confident. Not on the camera. Off
Record-
camera, I'll probably bit. But
We're recording, you know? We will see. She's 44.
Jesus Christ, that lady is defying the laws of physics.
And she's single. I think so. I
I
don't
hope so. I see the other
Burcu
picture.
Esmersoy bul bizi. Okay, another
Yeah,
picture.
can I see the other picture? And can you send this picture to me, brother?
Okay.
Another picture is more impressive, I think.
Well, let me just see what go on, brother. Let me just see what. Did you pick these pictures?
Mhm.
Clearly, you've been practicing some self massage in privacy. Boy, that is not 40-year-old. Come on, look at her. She's fit.
Yeah.
She got abs. You can see her abs from her skin,
Yeah,
whatever that
she's
is.
very fit. And also she doing kickboxing.
That's my kind of woman.
Yeah.
Boy, I wish I was famous.
You can marry it.
I would marry her in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I mean, I'm okay. I'm not like super rich, but I do okay.
Yeah, you are super rich.
I would. I'm willing to give up a kidney for that. Fucking hell.
Okay,
Alright.
what's your point?
Can I go higher than 10?
No.
10 is maximum.
10 is maximum.
I'm go
That's
10.
why we have. I say to you.
Well, you should have organized this from bad to good.
Nah,
not-
that's a rude, you know.
Yeah, that's a little bit rude. Yeah, that's a 10, dog.
Okay.
How dare you to give
Yeah.
less than 10? That's a
Yeah.
10. Please.
9 for me.
Oh, fuck off, man. That's 10.
Because I have 110.
Oh, you already know them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I feel you. Had I seen the pictures, I
But
would
that's
have.
my maximum rating right now. I give the 8
Who
to
are you gonna give 10
8
to?
to Bensu, 7 to Afra, and 9 to Burcu.
I'm give 9 to Afra, and that's a 10.
Okay, Afra'nın 10 puandan 9'a düşürüldü
Evet.
puanı. Yani Afra bizden 16 almış oldu. Bensu 15. Burcu ise 19'la uğurluyoruz.
God damn.
Sıradaki
But she got
ünlü
like
güzelimiz gelsin.
she got like children or something, you know?
No.
Just straight up single. No man in her life.
Ben hala Burcu Esmersoy'a haksızlık edildiğini
Neden?
gördüm burada.
O 10 verdi, ben 9 verdim.
Ya ben 10
I just
plus
don't see
dedim.
how you give 9.
10 plus yani.
Ama-
Bu niye 9? Niye 9?
Abi, niye 9?
Benim başka bir 10'um var çünkü.
Başka bir umum var.
Oh, you can have like few 10s.
Yeah,
Nothing
No,
wrong with that.
I can't say.
Ya ben
Listen, I'm just curious to see your 10.
Okay, I also give the 10.
Alright, that's better. I'm
That's
just-
if we have both more than one 20, we choose in that.
Oh, you're gonna have to split
like a,
the top.
like a five,
Yeah,
you
I feel
know?
you, boy.
Okay.
I feel you.
İkimiz de 10'la uğurladık Burcu Esmersoy'u.
You cannot
Eğer
give
daha
this
fazla
anything less than 10.
20 olursa onları kendi aralarında final yaptırırız.
okey.
Alright, alright.
Güzel güzel. Ve tabii ki yani
God, you just don't get tired of
Kim
looking
geliyor?
at this woman.
Heyecanlı bir bekleyiş var şu an.
No one says anything, just staring at a photo like, God damn, lady, you are too much.
çok güzel bir şey geliyor arkadaşlar.
Cansu Dere.
Oh, yeah, Jansu.
She also more than 40.
Nah. Nah, dog.
The-
Well, that's a schoolgirl.
No, that's not cool.
Google her name, let me see that. Make just found the yabancı here, you're fucking with me.
$40.
Jesus.
She born in 80.
And these are aliens, they are not humans.
Yeah.
That's not human genetic. Come on, man. Nobody look like that at 40. I got my auntie, she 40. She don't look like that, you know what I mean? Go on.
Okay, another picture.
I'm not ready to see another picture. I'm just want to continue seeing this picture and then go to the next one. Go on.
She's before the best model of Turkey, and right.
No shit, of
and
course.
Right now, she's the actor. More
Wow.
than long time.
Why do I not see these women on the street? Like
You
when I
don't-
drive, I just don't see
On
nobody look
street?
like this.
That's why they are celebrity, you know.
Obviously, obviously. God damn, lady.
Okay, what's your point?
Yeah, that's. You know that the who was the previous lady's name? That fine. photo.
Burcu.
Yeah, Burcu still got it. That's a 10. This
I
is
think
maybe
so.
9.5, but
Okay.
that lady is 10.
Okay, I give the 7.
That's just rude. That's just rude. How dare you? How dare you, sir?
Herkese 10 puan veremem. Şimdi bizim
Yeah.
de bir kurallarımız var. Mo.
I understand. I'm curious to see your 10. Like I'm genuinely curious to see your 10.
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay.
Next.
Şu an
Yeah, I see you.
Burcu'yu sen you give 9.
I give 9. Yeah.
Okay, 16 puanla Cansu Dere'yi uğurluyoruz ve yeni ünlümüz geliyor. She is also more than 40.
could
that's
believe
why
this one,
that's
yeah.
why I choose the more than 40 girls. I
My
don't
friend, you
I don't know.
I'm just curious to see why you've been searching 40-year-old woman in your privacy.
I
you know?
don't search 40 years old Turkish celebs.
Hey,
She's also ex-model
I could see
and
that.
right now
But I could,
TV host.
I could believe she's 40 years
Yeah,
old.
you will see.
Let
We
me
will
see.
see next photo.
Let me see the other photo.
She's almost 190 or something.
God damn, that's a tall woman.
Yeah.
That is that's a basketball player.
Look.
That's Kobe Bryant. 190 is Kobe Bryant. Like, how old is Kobe Bryant? Yeah, I see. That's nowhere near Burcu. Burcu, my girl, you got this.
Okay, what's your point? You don't like Çağla?
Who's Chola? Oh, her name is Chola?
Yeah.
Okay.
Çağla Şikel.
Not my type, dog.
Wha-
Please tell me you didn't give this 10. You
No,
didn't.
no,
All
no,
right.
that's not my type.
I'm just curious to know what your number is, so I can just say after your number, and I don't look bad. You look bad.
8.
No, I would go 7.
İlk defa Mo benden düşük bir puan verdi. Okey. 15 puanla uğurluyoruz Çağla
But I
Şıkır'ı.
don't understand your logic. You give her 8 and you give Afra 7?
Afra a little bit, you know, I don't feel,
Would you not
a
feel?
little bit feel cold to Afra.
Would you not feel that you see in this fine lady? I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but what did you see? What do you see that you didn't see in that lady? You know what I mean?
Why you protect Afra?
I don't know. I might start that fan page after all. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Go to Afra fan
15
page
puanla
only.
Çağla, yok, you give 7 right?
Yeah, I give
15
seven.
puanla Çağla'yı uğurladık. Kaç ünlümüz kaldı?
Bakalım. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 ünlümüz daha var. Şu anda Burcu 20 puanla, Burcu Esmersoy liderliğini
100%.
sürdürüyor. We have 5 more.
Okay.
You ready?
Your 10 hasn't arrived yet.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Ama ben bu yarışmanın son düzlükte çok çetin geçeceğine inanıyorum.
Ben de öyle inanıyorum. Benim 2 tane onum var ya. Ben şu an aklıma geldi.
Ya benim 3 tane onun var.
My brother, I got 100 going on. They're all 10, except this one, but still.
Okay. Sıradaki.
All right, go on. Let's go next one. Yeah.
Hazır mısınız?
Yeah, go on. Ah, okay. That's
Didem Soydan.
that is Didem. That is a little bit too much, Didem. That's just unnecessary.
She's ex-model. She's
Obviously.
still a model.
How old is she, if you don't mind me asking?
More than 35, I think.
Okay.
But I think not 40.
Still,
Yeah. She
Wow.
got it.
good genetics, I assume.
And good surgery.
Yeah.
Before she has a
Jewish nose.
long,
Oh, that's racist. I'm sorry, man. I said that.
long,
Long nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long was it that this is the nose now?
I wanna.
Can I see that?
Yeah, but don't change your points. You know.
No, my number wasn't high anyway, but
Didem Soydan'ın estetiksiz halini de güzel olacağını düşündüm o.
yeah, my man, that's Barbara Streisand. Barbara Streisand. Please Google Barbara Streisand.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
Don't
yeah.
say bad.
I'm not saying bad, but that doctor
Yeah.
deserves the 10.
Yeah, that doctor needs a Nobel, you know.
Yeah. That is a difficult surgery.
Diğer fotoğrafa geçelim.
I still see the same photo. That is the same photo.
Hala aynı fotoğraf.
O zaman sana yine fotoğraf gönderiyorum.
Become on the angle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my man. Can I say honest or
Yeah, of course.
she don't belong in that list?
What?
I just don't see she belongs.
I think you saw the before photo.
No,
That's
I'm
why-
seeing this current one now, and I'm comparing with Burju or Afra. She got nothing. They beat the shit out of her for sure. 10 out of 10, they beat her.
I choose Didem to than the Afra.
This is Dido.
Yeah.
And you choose this over Afra.
Yeah.
Man, you got
I
something wrong with you.
like
nigga.
her vibe.
Well, I don't know her in person. I'm just
Yeah,
judging based on the picture.
Yeah, but you can feel, you know.
No, nigga, I feel like you're a 5. That's what I feel. I'm sorry, man. That was really bad. That was really rude. That was my apologies.
You don't apologize to me. Just apologize to Didem.
If I see her in person, I would probably say I'm sorry for what I said. I'm not gonna see her. She's not gonna see this.
What? You see my YouTube channel is low?
No.
If you
I-
see it, you correct.
Yeah, okay, I take it back. I take it back. I'm sorry, Didem. I'm
Okay,
sorry
what's
if I
your
called
point?
you a pipe.
What's your point?
It's like I don't. I want to sound like a dickhead by calling her a 5, but my man, that's a 5.
Okay,
And I'm saying based solely compared to the previous ladies in the competition. It's a
I-
competition,
I
healthy
give-
competition.
8.
How the fuck do you give this 8 and you give Afra 7?
Ah,
This is beyond me. Like this is
Ya,
bending my
sürekli
mind.
Afra'ya verdiğim puan yüzde eleştiriliyorum burada.
He gives Barbara Streisand
No,
9.
before. Right now, not Barbara. Right now, look like, you know, Gigi Hadid.
I see Barbara Streisand.
Okay. 13 puanla Didem maalesef gidiyor
Evet.
aramızda. Sıradaki ünlümüz geliyor.
Alright.
Hazır mısınız?
Mhm. I'm excited right now.
This is your 10? The
I
next
don't
one?
know.
Oh, you don't know? Okay. Oh, yeah. Obviously, that must be your 10.
Yeah.
Clearly. If
Her
there
name,
was... What's her
her
name?
name is Dilan Çiçek Deniz.
Dilan Çiçek
she has-
Deniz. Lady, I don't know what you did to me, but I speak perfect Turkish now. What does she do for a living?
She's best model also, and then right
Obviously.
now acting.
Oh, okay. Like in some TV series or
Yeah.
something?
You know Çukur?
No, I don't know.
You don't know Çukur?
I barely speak Turkish. Nigga. What do you mean?
No, Çukur, very famous TV series.
Oh.
You watch Çukur and cut your hair like
I'm Google that.
that.
Is she like the main character in the...
Yeah, but she died.
Who killed her?
Some
that guy.
bitch. Yeah.
Woman or
No.
man?
Yeah.
That guy is a cunt. How could you touch this woman?
Okay.
And fuck that writer for killing her in the movie. Just being honest, you know what I mean? That's the star of your show. How dare you to kill her?
Okay,
Sorry.
ikinci fotoğrafı görelim.
That's a 10. I don't need to see the second one. Obviously, that's a 10.
Yine de görelim.
Yeah. Boy.
Yeah.
Boy, she beat the competition.
Yeah,
Rest of them girls got no chance against this one.
I think so.
Dude, imagine she walked by your side like the confident you must feel.
I can see that kind of woman on
Obviously,
my side.
yeah. But I don't see that by my side. That's my point. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, had I had that woman by my side, boy, I would have felt very confident.
Okay, we give both don't have a asking
But
tier.
that's a 10.
We say tab.
That is obviously.
20
a 10.
puanla
Yeah.
Burcu Esmersoy'un yanına liderliğe Dilan Çiçek Deniz'i yolluyoruz.
If I could go O2s, that is O2s. But apparently that's not a number.
Okay, sıradaki ünlümüz gelsin. Dilan da 20 ile yolladık.
Dilan Çiçek Deniz.
Yeah.
If I don't know my family member's name, I just remember her name.
Look,
Oh, who's she?
Melisa Şenolsun.
Okay.
She's also actor.
Okay.
And she last, I think.
Yeah, I agree. That's no bueno, bro.
I don't think so. She's good.
What's your number? Don't tell me this
I
is
don't
10.
I don't give
Yeah.
right now, but I think she's good.
Yeah, well, you know, she's trying too hard.
Okay.
Deniz did not try shit. She was just being Deniz. She's trying too hard. You know what I mean? She's trying too hard. Like, you don't need to pose like that.
That's a cover shoot.
I understand.
That's not the.
I understand.
Friend take this photo.
But what I'm trying to say, Deniz had just a friend taking a photo of
Yeah.
herself and looked like million times better than this.
Okay.
Boju and Deniz. That's what's up.
İkinci fotoğrafı görelim.
And let's see the other one.
Görmemiz. Wow. Change your mind.
Nah, Deniz got this.
Yeah, but
Deniz
don't
kick her ass.
Don't think the Deniz. You say Singleton,
No, but already I've seen Deniz.
Yeah, but
My standards automatically high now.
you give your just number to girl.
That's 8.
Yeah.
Respectfully, that's
I
8.
think so.
Yeah, I
I'll
agree.
say
with
8.
you. That's the first time we agreed.
Yeah.
In bit. Oh, thank you very
Okay.
much, sir.
Okay, 16 puanla Melisa Şenolsun'u yarışmadan yolluyoruz ve sıradaki yarışmacıyı alalım.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
She
okay, I
is
see you. What's going on?
Serenay Sarıkaya.
Alright.
What's name you say? Serenay
Saranai.
Sarıkaya.
I can't say that.
Sarıkaya.
Sarıkaya.
Yes,
Saranai
very famous.
Sarıkaya.
actor.
Okay.
Not very famous.
Alright.
You know her last relationship,
Who was the...
Cem Yılmaz comedian. You know Cem Yılmaz?
Yeah, the bald guy.
Gora guy.
Oh, no fucking
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Lady, you deserve better.
Maybe you try to work your comedy.
My man, like, I just don't have that level of comedy. Come on, look at her.
Yeah.
Look at the way she looks at camera.
Yeah.
The camera is melting. God damn, like our screen is hot just by having a picture.
We see second photo.
Let's see the second photo.
İkinci
boy.
fotoğrafı görelim.
My nigga, come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Yeah.
Come on, boy. That's a thick lady.
We really difficult to
Very
choose,
difficult to choose, yeah,
in the
yeah.
final, you know.
Yeah.
I think we will be.
I still think Dennis
for-
got this by a significant margin.
Yeah.
Dennis got
What's
this.
the number?
That's a 9.
I give 10.
That's your 10?
No.
That other 10 hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's
Just
also
to keep
10.
the competition
Yeah.
healthy. We just did that to disagree with me. You know what I mean? Like, don't sugarcoat it. Hey.
Serenay maalesef Mo'nun 1 puan kırmasıyla
Yeah.
finale kalamadı.
You can't give 10 to everybody, you know what I mean?
No.
Compared to Boju,
Okay.
maybe.
No,
But
better.
compared
I
to
think better than bu.
yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Compared to Dennis, nah, nigga.
Okay.
Dennis got this.
19 puanla Serenay 1 puanla kaçırdı ve finale kalamadı. Sıradakini görelim.
Dennis, if you see this
Sıradaki
video-
son yarışmacımız mı?
Evet.
Last one.
Okay, this is the last one.
Yeah.
That's your 10.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ, lady. Come on, boy. Man, I'm a Muslim. I just said Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Like, this lady changed my fate. Oh, holy mother of God. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Yeah, she is the ex-wife of the Acun.
Fuck. Okay, no, I'm not going to say nothing. Boy. Hey, you know what? You got to respect that guy.
Yani we don't talk about the Acun.
But much respect for him.
Talk about the girl.
That's a man's ex-wife. I'm not going to say nothing bad.
No, everyone, someone's relation. We don't say the two
Boy, but
rude
that's
things.
this
We
is just
say
too much.
beautiful or not. We can also rating the mans, you know?
All right.
Okay, second photo.
No. Why second photo? Just bekle baba, bekle.
When you want to go in
Adam bu
second
arada
photo.
Türkçe konuşuyor.
Probably tomorrow, you know what I mean?
I can send this photo to you.
Please,
Okay.
please,
Okay.
Please.
Can we go to second one?
please. Okay,
Okay.
I allow that.
Son fotoğrafımızı da görelim.
This is very healthy competition against Dennis now.
Yeah, that's my 10, you know?
No, I respect your 10. I respect your 10. Yeah, of course, you gotta give this woman 10. Boy,
She's also very fit, you know?
check out them abs.
Yeah.
It's like she's been photoshopped in
And
real
she
life.
has a child.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
How old is this lady, if you don't mind me
Not too much. 30
asking?
maximum.
Man, you just see these women and then you're supposed to find other girls attractive. Like, this is just not gonna happen.
That's 10.
That is 10.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's a 10.
Ben de zaten hani onum gelecek diyordum. 10 numaram geldi. Finalimizde şimdi Burcu Esmersoy, Dilan Çiçek Deniz ve Şeyma Subaşı var. Üçünü birden görme şansımız var mı yan yana? Birer
Yani,
fotoğrafını.
This just disturbed my day, man. I don't think I can go home the same man. You know what I mean? This lady just changed my life, changed my fate.
Okay. Second one. And then Şeyma.
Who was Shayma?
Last one.
Oh, okay, Shayma. Okay,
What's your number one?
Shayma. Of course, Shayma.
Yeah, I think so.
100%.
And
But then you gotta-
Second one.
But then you gotta play in a factor.
Yeah.
The other lady is 44 years of age.
Yeah. But
If you
she is looking better when to her 20s.
That's what I'm trying to say. So if you show me a picture of her when she was her age, then perhaps I
Yeah,
could
but
judge
we-
fairly.
Talk about the prime.
But that woman is not in her prime. She
No.
still looks like in
No,
her
no.
prime. But...
She is not good in the 20s.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Is that so?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Not have a surgery.
Yeah, okay, I see.
Okay. Number one is
This
the
obviously,
Şeyma.
yeah, of course.
The champion Şeyma Subaşı.
That is,
Tekrar fotoğrafları
oh,
geliyor
bro,
ekrana.
that is Olympic gold medalist. Man. I'm just trying to
Can
say.
we
100%. You
Clap.
just clap, bro. Do you know how hard it is to maintain that physique?
yeah, verdiği emeklerden dolayı tebrik ediyoruz onu.
Yeah. Fucking hey, man.
And
Dude,
second one Dilan Çiçek Deniz.
But can I see the photo again? And it's already I made up my mind. I just want to see the photo again.
Dilan'ı ve Burcu'yu ikincilik için tekrar görebilir miyiz?
Tabii ki ben önce favorimi koyacağım buraya.
Ekipten torpilli Burcu Esmersoy ilk önce geldi.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, boy.
Yeah,
This is very difficult to call.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. This second.
You choose the Burcu.
Yeah. Bro, she's 44 years of age and she looks like that. That is an achievement. The way I see it, that is
Yeah.
that is an achievement.
My second one is the Dilan. That girl.
Can't change my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Now that I see the photo, I was like, yeah, I can see it. Yeah, boy.
Bizim 1 numaramız Şeyva, 2 numaramız Dilan, 3 numaramız Burcu oldu. Yarışmaya katılan diğer arkadaşlara teşekkür ederiz. Bir videonun daha sonuna geliyoruz arkadaşlar. Mo ile birlikte daha fazla Türkiye'ye ait reaksiyon görmek isterseniz like'lara ve yorumlara bunu belirtin ve biz de yenilerini çekelim. Görüşmek üzere. Kendinize iyi bakın. Say something Turkish.
I'm just still staring at that photo,
Say
boy.
something Turkish.
Çok memnun oldum. And that's all I know, man.
Okay.
Good seeing y'all fellas. Subscribe.
Görüşmek üzere.
Boy. Boy, that's...
Ben bir ayar yapacağım.